Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Brad Mower.
And this is IFXtra. So what have you been doing this week? We've had a lovely sunny week. We've got actual summer here in the UK, which is nice. I've had a busy week at work and now I've got a week off, so that's cool. Excited.
Yeah.
You've had a busy week and you haven't got a week off, have you?
Correct. Yes.
But did you get any interference done? That's the question everyone wants to know.
Yeah. I got a little bit done on this web thing.
Cool.
Still not at a point where I'm sort of half tempted to, when the skeleton of it is working, to put it up somewhere as like an alpha version of the site, so you could have a play with it. So we'll see, but it's not at that point yet anyway, so I don't need to make a decision quite yet.
Cool.
But I have finally, after 10 years, treated myself to a new workstation for doing stuff on.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's full of lights and cubes and
apparently
windows.
All the cool kids have like RGB lighting, so
yeah,
everything's got lights on now. But yeah, it's cool. So it's made my workflow a lot easier.
Cool.
Because I was working on a 10-year-old rig, and now it's a lot nicer.
Very cool.
So yeah, what else have I got to say? So I think we're not going to talk about it today, but we are going to talk tomorrow on stream on Zeitgeist.
The quiz, yeah.
About a bit of new merch that will be appearing tomorrow.
Cool.
That'll be that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Also, I've managed to time it so that it's going to coincide with a Spreadshirt discount thing.
Oh, that's clever.
So if you're getting merch, either this stuff that we're going to talk about tomorrow, or anything,
any of the stuff,
anything that's in the store, as in like Zeitgeist shirts, sort of the interference ones, which we've already done. We can't do it for custom ones because it's a different system.
Okay.
But yeah, so 20% off for a few days,
nice.
Starting tomorrow, I believe.
Whoa, perfect timing.
So we'll talk more about that during the quiz.
Okay. Right. Why don't we go and see who won this week's awards? Picture of the week this week goes to Loco Louie for Cat in Karate G eating spaghetti. I just love his little outfit and he looks so cute, it just made me smile. Well done, Loco Louie.
My favourite description this week was a cardboard person trying to get meatball from fork above him by Sponge Nate Pants. Yeah, I like how they've picked up on the way that the flat colours make the person almost seem quite 2D, really, just like a piece of thick cardboard. Nice work, Sponge Nate Pants.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Random Roger for an insecure tree with acorns for eyes. I just love the shading on this one. It looks so cool. He does look a bit sad, but it's a nice picture. Well done, Random Roger. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Now we're going to see what we were talking about last week in the forums. So last week in the forums, I said, what was the last song that you sang along to? This week, in my job at the care home, I played them The Music Man. I am the Music Man. Do you know that one?
I can play.
I can play. Yeah, and we all sang along and did all the actions, and now I can't get it out of my head. Whoa. Have you got anything in your head?
So, right, no, hang on. Let's just backtrack slightly. The Music Man. I do that to the cat sometimes when I'm playing with them. I go piano on them. Grumble likes it. Dave, not so much.
No.
Yes, sorry. Just read your bit again there, and then I'll lead into the actual thing because it's only just clicked for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last week at my job at the care home, I played them The Music Man, and we all sang along and did the actions. Now I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah. So I've had I Can't Get It Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue stuck in my head for days.
Because why?
Because you said the phrase "can't get it out of my head."
Oh. It wasn't anything to do with the Jazz and Blues Festival, was it?
Did you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe that's it. Also,
it.
we went to a Jazz and Blues Festival last
cool.
week in town,
and we saw the same guy twice.
Yeah, saw this guy Dutty, and
Hi,
Yeah,
Dutty.
yeah, he was really good. So we then went and saw him again a couple of hours later.
Different
But
pub.
yeah, he did like some bits of Kylie and things. Anyway,
Yeah.
I digress. We're meant to be talking about the last song you sung
Oh, yeah,
aloud to.
yeah.
So I suppose technically, probably one of those
Yeah.
was the last song I sung aloud
Okey-doke,
to out
yeah.
loud. Yeah.
Well, Nettie said mine was With or Without You by U2. It's a rare thing for me to drive these days, incredibly rare. I had to force myself yesterday, and I think I did okay. That song came on, and I just focused on the song, sang along, and it helped to ease my anxiety. That's quite good, isn't it? I like having music on in the car, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes your mind off all the scary drives around.
Axie Starwood says, the Bluey theme song. It's a favourite in my household and also my ringtone. So even the spam songs, I let them ring. So the spam calls, I let them ring so I can sing along.
That's cool.
We were talking about Bluey with Gordon and Bumblebee, weren't we?
Oh, were we?
Yeah.
They know about Bluey?
Bumblebee did, at least.
Okay,
And I was like, I hear of this, but I don't know anything about it.
We
But
don't
yeah,
know which one. Okay. It's Zuzu said, Manifest by Andrew Bird. The YouTube algorithm sent it my way. I've not heard that.
No. Although
I just looked up, and apparently he's been making albums for like 16 years.
Oh, wow.
I've never
okay.
heard of him. So I'm going to listen to that later.
It's always interesting when an algorithm gives you something really interesting. I was listening to some sort of soundtrack of something. I don't know, it might have been Watch Dogs 2, I think it was. And then it got to the end of it, and then suggested some other random things, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is quite cool. Yeah. Okay, Muckle Canuck said, I have 4 songs cycling through my head for several weeks now, so I can accidentally randomly sing part of one at any moment. So Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire.
Heard of that one?
Rancid, Ruby Soho.
Don't know that.
Grateful Dead, Uncle John's Band.
Don't know that.
And Utopia, Feet Don't Fail Me Now.
No. I know the first one, though.
Yeah, that always reminds me of that jeans advert. I'm going to say that maybe it wasn't Levi, maybe it was Wrangler, with the button-up fly, and the song was like Ring of Fire, and it was all of these cowboys sat around the campfire, without realizing that actually the metal things were heating up, and then when one of them stood up, or something, yeah.
I don't remember that one.
It's on the Ring of Fire. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, okay.
They were interesting. There's more there if you want to read some more in the forums. But wow, now we're going to go and see what we talk about next week in the forums. Just ask a question like, have you ever broken a bone? Then the next person will answer that and then pose a question of their own for the next player. So, I have never broken a bone. Have you ever been skydiving?
If you'd like to join in with that, just head over to the Forum Games Forum. It's the pin thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list. Cool. And don't forget, tomorrow night is quiz night. Zeitgeist, 5 rounds, 5 different topics. Yeah, if you haven't seen this before, every Sunday night at 7 p.m. UK time over on twitch.tv/interference, we run Zeitgeist, the Interference Quiz of the Week. It's a live interactive quiz stream where you play along against the rest of the audience, competing for points and places on the leaderboard. Each round is based on one of the week's drawings from Interference. Bunnery picks 5 of her favourite drawings and uses them as inspiration for the round. So, you know, we've got a drawing of a seagull. We might have seabirds, seaside resorts, things with wings, things that steal your chips, that kind of stuff. Cool. What have you... well, I say what. Who have I chosen? I couldn't make my mind up whether to say what have we got in terms of pictures or who have you chosen in terms of artists. Let's go with the who. So who have you got as your featured artist this week? This week I have got Donna, who's awesome, Loco Louie, Ceiling Bumps again, and Edo. Wow, there we go. Ceiling Bumps is good this week. Okay, interesting. It's quite unusual for that to happen. I think we've only had like maybe 2. That's not very often. Okay. All right, so we don't know, I mean, no one except Bunnery knows what any of this is going to be about. I don't even know, I just show up and press buttons. So if you want to find out what those topics are going to be, then you'll have to join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK. But that's tomorrow, but what happened last week then? Oh, last week we had a winner who was El Guapo with 222. That's a very nice number, 222. And then 2 in second place, Puzzgal and Darth with 211. And then third, Blue Jay with 201. Very nice numbers, those. Yeah. So yeah, well done to them. They were awesome. Yeah. So Sorry,
What happens next?
I'm having one of those things where like I feel like I'm all doing stuff out of routine because I talked about quiz things early and then I went off on a digression about something. So I don't know where we are.
But anyway,
I think
tomorrow,
that's it.
tomorrow we carry on with season 16, week 9.
Okay,
There we go. Yeah.
So join us for that. It'll be lots of fun.
Okay, that's all the news for now. Just goes to say.
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved. You can play on the web at playinterference.com or search for Interference in the App Store on your device and download the app. You can also get social with us. We're on Twitter at PlayIFX, Facebook at PlayInterference, and patreon.com/interference. If you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, building this new version of the website, want to do like new apps, want to add in some more game modes and stuff like that, want to build out more quiz things as well, do all kinds of cool stuff for you. In return, you get things like replays and interference, you get access to extra game modes like Art Start and Recall, you get a custom entrance shout out from Ava if you're a quiz player as well.
That's my favourite bit. Okay, that's it for now, so we'll see you again next week.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.